These are the stories
There is a foundation out there that helps you get back into it.
of organizations making a difference.
What really limits our ability to do something is people's imagination.
And empowering others across Canada.
When I get into that sledge, I'm free, man. I'm playing hockey.
It's a great organization and it's worth supporting.
In our community.
Katrina, you ready for an egg here?
Thank you.
It's breakfast time at the home of Katrina Erb, a 29-year-old woman with Down syndrome. Katrina lives with her parents, Anne-Marie and John, in Cornwall, Ontario.
You're welcome. She's a little sunshine in our life. She truly is. She's constantly adding so much joy and sunshine.
Today, Katrina's getting ready to go to Beyond 21, a local program for adults with developmental disabilities.
She loves people. She loves a movie and dancing and beating me at Scrabble. That's her favorite thing. And now that we've moved and we're in Cornwall, she loves her little family at Beyond 21. There you go.
The family recently moved from Mississauga to Cornwall, and Beyond 21 was a big part of their decision.
It's okay? We're all set? Okay. Every day there's something to say about one of them, or she loves the staff. It's a wonderful place for her.
It became apparent after her first day that Beyond 21 was the right choice for Katrina.
The following morning when I asked her, "Are you anxious to go see your friend?" She said, "Not friend, Mom, my family. I'm going to see my family."
For her parents, having a place where Katrina can make friends and have new experiences is incredibly important.
At 21, when she graduated, then it was like, okay, what do we do now? You know, how she's going to spend her day. Because I feel like every young adult needs to feel responsibility and they need to feel valuable to the community. So it gives her a way to, you know, get out of the house. Because at 21, you know, there's no work. What's the point of waking up in the morning?
Katrina is dropped off at Knox St. Paul's Church in Cornwall, where Beyond 21 currently operates out of the basement. Executive Director Jane McLaren knows that many parents face the same issues when their children hit the age of 21.
With the population we work with, they go back to school to the age of 21. The age of 21, they age out and they're handed a certificate of completion. Most of them don't have a diploma at all. It's just a special certificate that they walk out with, and they go to nothing. What is there for adults with developmental disabilities? What is their opportunity? What helps them make that connection out of school into community?
When they first arrive in the morning, participants gather in the common area to chat with staff and friends.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, Tom Hayes is going to be amazing as him.
Maintaining social ties is a big part of what Beyond 21 tries to accomplish.
Social skills is one of their greatest challenges. So they go home and they sit down and they turn on the TV and they watch movies, they play video games. They become very content in that, and they lose their social skills. So that ability to connect with other people becomes more and more and more challenging. And we had a conversation. We said, can you facilitate relationship? You can. We didn't know, but we tried, and you can.
Okay, let's spread out a little bit. Let's just sort of start limbering up a little bit, everybody.
Participants are not required to come a certain number of days per week to Beyond 21. Instead, they're allowed to pick and choose which activities suit them best. First on the agenda today is a Tai Chi class with teacher Paul Pettipiece.
We're going to hold the bird in our left hand and take a little step forward and stroke the bird's tail. Hold the bird in our right hand now and take a little step and stroke the bird's tail again and reach forward.
We do one activity a day as a full group. and it's always a recreation thing. So we have swimming, bowling, tai chi, yoga. We have a dance fitness program. We call ourselves Dream Chasers. So we partner with our participants, learn what their dreams are for their future, whether it's as simple as I want a friend or as profound as I want a job and to live on my own. Whatever their dream is, we partner with them and help them get the skills they need, the connections they need in community to achieve those dreams. So we're Dream Chasers. We pursue dreams for a living.
Beyond 21 aims to improve the lives of each and every one of its participants, no matter their difference or disability.
Take a step forward and chop. Good. And bring your hands back into your shoulders. Roll away. And take your 2 fingers on your left hand. Touch your right wrist and press forward.
If you walk into my program right now, you look around the room and you go, well, why is that? What's that person doing here? And then you look at somebody else who is in a wheelchair, nonverbal, 100% dependent on you to dress them, feed them, everything. Whoa, and everything in between. We have everything in between because everybody needs a friend.
Another woman taking part in today's Tai Chi class with the help of a personal support worker is 31-year-old Emma Humphreys. As the daughter of Tish Humphreys, the founder of Beyond 21, it was Emma who inspired the entire program.
Now we're going to drag those hands up. Drag them up like that. And when you get up to your shoulders, flatten your palms, bring them into your shoulders.
When I realized that Emma had no future ahead of her at 18, I just thought, it's wrong. It's so wrong. We have everything for everybody else, but we don't have anything for people like her. And they are people. And I was just shocked and horrified and just thought her life's over, and basically so is ours, because none of us will have any freedom.
Back when Emma graduated from high school, the cutoff age was 18. It has since been extended to 21, but even with 3 extra years, the sudden lack of resources can be a shock for parents.
Families are in dire need. After 18, the system just drops for the kids. It's like, no more. They just don't exist. When I took a picture, her graduation picture, and that's when I first started my journey of trying to sell this idea, I said, this is what she was and this is what she's become through the grace of God and so many people who had given her an opportunity to better herself and be the best she can be. And now we give up on her and all those like her. It just, in my moral fiber, I couldn't accept that.
Since Emma's diagnosis with mosaic trisomy 9, the road's been a long and difficult one for Tish. Over the past 13 years, she's worked tirelessly to make Beyond 21 a reality.
And up, step down, and boom! But you forgot to do the boom. Yeah. Okay, so let's just do some cool down exercises here.
I guess I just decided that I couldn't turn back. I couldn't turn my back on all these people and these families. All I could think of is, where would they be if they didn't have this place to come to? They'd be alone. As statistics prove, they either become depressed, they regress, they just lose hope. There's nothing to get up for every morning. Our daughter gets up in the morning, and this is her sign for Beyond 21 because she's nonverbal. And I'll say, yes, today's your day program, you're going to yoga today. I'm excited. And then she wants to eat her breakfast, she wants to get dressed, she wants to get out the door, and see you later, Mom.
Thank you. See you next week.
As the Tai Chi class comes to a close, it's time for a snack break. Beyond 21 also looks for volunteer opportunities for participants, and Katrina may have a new partner.
That form that you gave me for volunteer, I already have someone in mind. And what's her name? Her name is Jessica.
Okay.
For Jane McLaren, getting participants into the community is the end goal, whether that's by volunteering or hanging out as friends outside of the program.
Our greatest success isn't what we do here, it's what happens outside of these doors. That's where we succeed. And every person we have had in our program, regardless of whether their goal is to get a job, live independently, or learn how to ride the bus, bottom line, the biggest thing they want in their life is friends. Every single one of them. That's all they want. And if you think of doing your life journey without a friend, Friends are the backbone of how we survive. They're who we celebrate with, and they're who we cry with.
So far, friendships at Beyond 21 are flourishing. Recently, Katrina invited Emma out for a lunch date with a handwritten note.
Emma got her first ever friend invitation in 31 years. This young lady wrote Emma an invitation to meet at McDonald's and have a French fry together. Emma came home with this, and it's all done on a piece of paper, all handwritten, like in her own writing. And I said to my husband, it's the first invitation Emma's ever got from a friend. I mean, I teared up. I was like, wow, Emma, you have a friend who sent you an invitation. And she was so excited.
Our community will return after the break. We now return to our community.
Beyond 21 in Cornwall, Ontario, facilitates opportunities to create friendships and new connections by providing as many different experiences as possible for its adult participants.
Here we go.
While some like the slower pace of Tai Chi, others prefer going to the local CrossFit gym, Caveman Strong.
Okay, let's put our hands back down now. We're going to turn our fingertips in.
We really, really work to be person-centered. We really want it to reflect who they are. That's why you see us with people that are out in community, out volunteering, out doing different things. We have different activities every day.
And we're just going to rock side to side, stretch out our hands.
We try to guide them into interests that they can carry into their outside life and develop that healthy leisure lifestyle. The second part of that is they share it with their peers or they share it with friends, and they start to develop those social connections around those activities.
Open up your hands, spread your fingers as wide as you can.
So they go to CrossFit and they go to Caveman Strong, they learn how to do that, and then somebody goes and joins the gym on their own.
2, 3, 4.
With warm-up over, participants rotate between weighted sled pushes, bouncing medicine balls, and using gymnastic rings. Getting out into the community and breaking down the stigma around developmental disabilities is one of Beyond 21's most important goals.
There you go. Bend those knees.
The province of Ontario did institutionalized care for 135 years. It's a lot of years where this population was taken out of community, often in childhood, and spent their life on a property that was a compound where they didn't leave unless mom and dad came and took them out. Last March was the 10th anniversary of the closure. And when I realized that, I was shocked. It's only been 10 years since the last institution closed, which was the Huronia Institute in Sarnia, Ontario, which was the first one to open too, so it was open for 135 years.
The trees remind you of home a little bit, or what? Yeah.
Only 10 years have we really had this population in our community and interacted with them. Up before that, you didn't see them in a grocery store, they weren't in the dollar store, they weren't in Walmart with you, you didn't have to deal with them, they weren't trying to count their coins to pay. Now, people still have that mentality. We close the institutions, but there still seems to be a fundamental belief that says there's homes for people like that. Either you function as a fully functioning adult, or you don't. And if you don't, why are you in my community? Why are you in my life?
Good job, Alan.
Why do we do that? Why can't we relate to them the same as anybody else, see them as people with skills and talents and gifts and joys and laughter and hurt and potential? There has to be a paradigm shift. And that can only be done by seeing this population that has lived in isolation for so long, out and involved and a part of our communities.
To the end. To the end. To the end. Then you can do victory dance.
A key part of increased community integration will be the new permanent home of Beyond 21. For 8 years, the program has relied on donated spaces, first in a school and now in a church. Having a true place to call home is going to make a world of difference.
We had a funder who said, I'll buy you a building. When somebody believes in you like that, I felt we finally had the integrity of the community and the respect that we were here to stay.
This is our future home. It's demoed, as you can see. We're welcome to construction. This is the future home of Beyond 21 and 1924 Pitt Street in Cornwall. The building is a complete gut and build up from there. It was originally a flooring store, so it's all on one level. We're renovating the building with a real eye to the accommodations that need to be met. So there'll be no fluorescent lights in there because they buzz. We're getting an HVAC system that's as quiet as possible.
Not only will the building meet the sensory needs of participants, it will also provide a much larger space to operate in.
It's huge, huge and empty and a blank canvas to create on. For the first time, we'll have different rooms. We're going to have a small sensory room. If somebody needs to just step aside and get away from the noise and the stimulation, they'll be able to do that. So we just passed the kitchen. Coming back here, this is where our craft room will be located, somewhere on my left. We'll be able to take more people on. I've got a wait list right now, so we'll be able to start to address that as well. This is a place for people to come, a place to belong, a place to feel like home, a place where people are comfortable, set up for success. So we're really excited.
Beyond 21 is fundraising all of the costs for the massive renovation, but money is always a worry.
We get no government money. So we are funded by donations, grants, different foundations that fund us, fundraisers, completely dependent on things like that to maintain and grow our program. It's scary.
Our community will return after the break. We now return to our community.
Katrina, you can put the washed ones in the bowl, okay? Thank you.
Preparations for lunch are underway in the Beyond 21 kitchen, and Katrina's in her element helping to prep the vegetables. Participants not only develop social skills, but also life skills that they can use in their everyday lives.
Okay, do you remember we take the ends off?
That's right.
Like that?
Right.
We trim that.
They help plan the menu, they go out, they buy the groceries, they do all the meal prep, they cook the meals, they clean up afterwards, they make most of the snacks, whether it's as simple as chopping vegetables or whether they are baking cookies and cakes and pies. Our participants are just gaining skills like crazy in the kitchen.
I'm the master.
Tish's daughter, Emma, helps out in the kitchen as well, with the help of her personal support worker.
Okay, bring it over there.
For Jane McLaren, seeing these people grow and succeed in so many areas of life is not only important for the participants, but for their families as well.
When a child is born with developmental disability, the only thing you know is they will probably face more challenges than most people. Other than that, there is nothing different, and there should be nothing to apologize for. The doctor should simply tell you, well, the test does show Down syndrome. You'll have some more challenges in your life, but that's okay. We have plans in place to address that. We'll take them as they come and go forward. Now it isn't. Now it's, I'm so sorry. They've been diagnosed with autism. They've been diagnosed with this, that, with the other thing. And then it is, a child will never live on their own. They will never finish school. They will never get a job. They will never get married. They will never have children. They will never be independent. So it's like somebody opens an umbrella of failure over your child's life. Before they're born in some cases, or shortly thereafter. And you journey through life with people speaking failure into your life. So as a parent, you have to advocate for your child right from birth. Here's a harder question. Which is better, popcorn or potato chips?
Chips.
There you go. Parents are exhausted. They're exhausted. Doctors, the medical world, social services, all of it. We need to start seeing potential, and we need to start encouraging each other. How do we get there? I honestly don't know. One person at a time, one journey at a time, one hope at a time.
All right, Janita, Osti, John, do you have a plate?
There's so many things that I cry about sometimes that our daughter won't have the opportunity of. But then I get my act together and say, yes, but these are the things we can do for her and she can enjoy. It's enjoying the moments and not keeping track of what they don't have or they can't do, or they see them as just a happy person.
Seeing the positive impact the program has had on so many lives makes Tish Humphreys wish they could reach even more communities and people.
This is the forgotten population. They're really people, but nobody sees them. When I visit Beyond 21, on a daily basis and walk in there and see all these people smiling and happy, it's been worth the journey because they're people and they count. I would love to see that dream come true of developing this model and carry it forward. I would love to see Beyond 21 be in every community. We've had so many communities reach out to us, and I just couldn't take the time away from what we're trying to build here to start there. But that's not to say they need it.
Oh, that's good.
As the day comes to a close, participants pack up to head home. For the time being, Jane, Tish, and the staff of Beyond 21 will continue to work hard for the little community they've created.
I think what drives me more than anything is hope. I look at people and I live to see potential in people and confront them with who they really are versus who they might think they are. All my life, I loved watching the change in people's faces when they realize what somebody else sees in them.
Bye, Katrina. I'll see you next week.
Look at them and see a person. Look to see what gifts they have. Look to see their sense of humor. Look to see their love. Look to see their talents. Many of them are phenomenally gifted in talents. Some of them are the best workers you will ever employ. Look to see that. See their challenges just as a challenge, and you won't have a problem.
Produced and directed by Tim Alp. Writer-story editor Maureen Carter. Additional writing Tim Alp. Narrator Mark Phoenix. Director of photography Stefan Szymanski. Camera operator Tim Alp. Location audio Mason Alp. Production manager Gail Nakamoto. Production assistant Mason Alp. Editor Tracy Bassinas. Assistant editor Corinne Martin. Integrated described video specialist Simone Cupid. Regional content specialist Karen McGee. Coordinating producer Jennifer Johnson. Consulting producer Colette Vosberg. Director production Kara Nye. Director programming Brian Perdue. Vice President programming and production John Melville. President and CEO David Arrington. Produced with the participation of the Canada Media Fund. Produced by Mountain Road Productions. Copyright 2020 Accessible Media Inc.